So it is August the 16th. It is actually like 7 o'clock on Monday night. I haven't filmed in a few days. I think the last time I filmed was on Friday and my camera rudely cut me off. So it did cut off what I was talking about. I believe I was talking about the YouTuber Bailey Sarian, who does true crime podcasts and dark history podcasts, so like things that have happened in history that have a dark background to it, and I love her channel. It's just so good. I believe she is from California, and I mean, I love true crime podcasts anyway. They're great. I love watching them or listening to them. But I really like her dark history podcast because a lot of the dark history podcasts are based on like history that's happened in America, and being the fact that I'm not from America, I don't know a lot of it. So it's actually really like fascinating and interesting to learn stuff, and she just makes it like so good. So yeah, so I highly recommend her channel. Check her out. She doesn't know who I am, so it's nothing like that. It's just I really love binge watching her stuff. But yeah, so that's what I was talking about when I rudely was cut off by my camera. But it's been a few days, you guys. I haven't done any filming because I really haven't had anything to update you on. But I have now. So I finished my duck, you guys. Look how cute he is. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Look at it. This is like the cutest little duck ever. So excited. So I finished him, what day was it? I think it was Saturday, possibly? Yeah, I think it was Saturday I finished him. And he's so cute. Like, look at how cute he is. His little legs and his little wings and his little beak. Oh my god, it's so adorable. I have to say, love this. This pattern was so simple to knit up, and especially being the fact that I've never knit a toy before, and I do still consider myself a beginner knitter because I'm self-taught, so there's a lot of things I just don't know about knitting. So this is the first time I've ever attempted to knit a toy, and oh my god, it come out so good. There are a couple little like sections on the short rows where the stitch holes are a little bit larger than I would have liked, but I think that was due to the size needle I used. I think maybe I could have gone a smaller size needle for this particular type of project. It did call for a sport weight yarn, but at the time I didn't have a sport weight yarn. I only had fingering, but also I really wanted to use this particular fingering weight yarn because it's this one here. It's because this one is called Speckled Duckling, and I was like, yes, perfect. So I did do that. I also used this yarn here. It doesn't have a color name. It just come in like a Halloween themed mini set from Luli Yarn last year. They're not available anymore, unfortunately, but I just thought this was the perfect color for the little beak and his little feet. Oh my god, so cute. Look at him, you guys. And then I just used this yarn, which is just plain, I think it's called Midnight Black from Jokomamo. This is their Halloween mini, which they actually do have in their store right now. And I just used the tiniest bit to do French knots for the eyes, and then stitch in the little nostrils as well. But it turned out so cute. I'm so excited. One of the wings turned out slightly bigger than the other. It's this one. I think it's just the way I had sewed it together. Totally my fault. But I don't care because he's adorable, guys. Look at him. Oh my god, so excited for this duck. Then I've actually started, oh, I forgot to say, the pattern I used is called, I think it's Fluffy Duckling. Hang on, let me have a look at my computer. I can smell something. it's like, I don't know, I don't know what it is, like every so often I'll just be randomly doing something and I get this really like waft of like a really strong like old lady perfume scent, and I can smell it right now. Is it my hands? No, it's not. No, I don't know. I can smell it right now and I don't know what it is because I don't own anything that smells like that. I could smell it the other night when I was going for a shower. I went to bed like super late, it was like 2 in the morning. I was in the shower and the shower gel that I use in the shower is actually orange, so like orange scented, so I knew it wasn't that. And I could smell this exact perfume. It's like really strong like old lady perfume that's been sitting around for ages, and I can smell that right now, but I couldn't when I was filming, when I just started the camera filming a second ago. It's weird, I can smell it, but it's slowly fading away. I don't know, do I have a ghost, you guys? It wouldn't surprise me. But the pattern I use for the little duckling is called Fluffy Duckling. I did purchase this off of Ravelry, so if you are interested, I will leave it in the description box down below. It is from a designer called Dot Pebbles. I believe her name is Claire. And I have actually started another pattern of hers, and it's the Mallard Duck pattern, and I'm using this colorway here and this colorway here. This is Moonstone and Moonstone, oh my god, you guys, in the Stonewash yarn from Shipji's. This one, I cannot pronounce the name for the life of me. Let me see if I can find it. I've got the tag here. No, that's not that one. This one. Let me see. Lepidolite. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. But those are the two colorways that I'm using for the Mallard Duck, and I have started that. Let me just grab this and put this back in. So this is what it looks like so far. It doesn't look like much, definitely doesn't look like a duck, but I've started it. This is what it looks like. Hopefully it turns out alright. This is sport weight yarn, so it is thicker than a fingering, so I think this will be a little bit better. We'll soon find out. I've never worked with a sport weight yarn before, so we shall see. Excuse me, sorry about that. That old lady perfume smell that I can smell is making me sneeze. I don't know what it is, but it wasn't here before when I just started filming, so but yeah, so I have started my second duck pattern, so it's the Mallard Duck. I also bought that off of Ravelry, so if you are interested, I will leave the description in the description box down below, because let me tell you guys, Claire from Dot Pebbles, who designs these patterns, oh my god, she designs some of the most realistic knitted animals I've ever seen. I've also got an elephant pattern from hers, a hedgehog, and a penguin. And on her Ravelry page, some of her patterns are actually free, so highly recommend checking her out. I'm obsessed with making knitted toys now, you guys. It's a thing. I think I started something. Oh my god, I've started something. I have, because I'm literally creating a duck family right now. I'm working on the mother duck. Oh my god, I'm bad, you guys. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've done, and surprisingly, guys, I started a book. I know, right? Shock. So I started reading House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland, which is this book here. I started reading it last night. I've only gotten up to page 39, because I was super tired last night. I mean, I went to bed at midnight, but for me, midnight's like way early, because I normally go to bed about 2:30. And I actually got into bed at 10 o'clock, and I started reading this and like loving it. Super good so far. But like the moment my head hit the pillow, I kept like dozing off, and I'd wake back up and fright again and start reading. So I didn't get a ton of it read, but this book Loving so far. So essentially, if you don't know what this is about, it is about three sisters, the Hollow sisters, and they were, I guess, kidnapped or like went missing when they were younger, and when they came back they were different. So their eyes turned black and their hair went to like turned white. So they used to have like dark brown hair and their hair turned white, almost like silver. And I guess the town they live in were creeped out by them because weird things would happen around the sisters. And like the town would like call them witches and things like that. And their appetites are like huge. Like the three sisters' names are Gray, Vivi, and Iris. Gray is the oldest, Vivi the middle, and Iris is the youngest. The two older sisters left high school, I think around the age of 17 and 15, and then Iris is still in high school. And a section of the book where I got up to, Iris said that she came home from school, was super hungry, and ate 2 weeks worth of food in one sitting until her mouth and gums started to bleed, and was still hungry. So super, like, it's weird. I guess it's supposed to be like a horror sort of type thing, and like weird things are starting to happen, but I haven't got far enough in yet to kind of get a feel for what's happening, but it's clearly like supernatural stuff. But I am here for this book, you guys. Super interesting so far. So glad I got my hands on this and that I started reading it. So happy for that. And that's kind of it. Oh, I did get some new pens. I kept the packaging so I could show you before I chucked it out. Did I need new pens? No. Did I buy new pens? Yes. Absolutely. So I got these ones here. They're the Bic Intensity fine liner pens. There is 6 colors and they're in a 0.4 millimeter. This is what the packet looks like. And I've been wanting to try these, but I was not willing to pay like $12+ for these pens because I just don't think pens are worth that much. But they were on special for half price, so it was like $6 something. I'll give it a try. So these are what they look like. They are just fine liners. So you've got a red, a black, a blue, a purple, a green, and a pink. And they apparently don't like bleed through the paper. I have used them in my Happy Planner and they seem to work okay because I have one of those Happy Planners that don't have the best quality paper, because you can see bleeding through it. Just, yeah, Happy Planner's paper went downhill after they were sold. But it seems to be okay, so I'm liking them so far. They're really nice to write with, quite bright and vibrant, which is really good. And then the other set I got is Bic Intensity dual tip markers, and these are a brush tip and a fine tip with 6 colors as well. They are considered, I guess, a fine liner as well. That's what it looks like. So I'll show you what these ones look like. So let me just, okay, this is what these ones look like. So they're just double-ended pens. So you've got a green, a yellow, pink, red, blue, and a black, and then they double end. So this one is the brush tip, which just looks like that. And I cannot do brush lettering to save my life, can't do it. And this is the fine tip. Now the fine tip is actually a lot smaller, larger than this fine tip for the other fine liner. So I'll show you the difference between them, because these are both considered fine liners, and that is the difference. Like, this is much smaller. This is a 0.4 and this is what I would consider just a normal marker. But yeah, so there is definitely a difference. both of these write really well. The brush pens and the fine tips also say that they don't bleed. I don't know for sure yet because I haven't fully, I mean, I tested them on a piece of paper. I just wrote my name in squiggles, and they write clear. But this is just normal computer paper, and you can see shadowing on the back. So, and there is a little bit of bleeding. So I think it really does depend on the paper. With these jewel markers, I think that the jewel markers will definitely bleed. If you use normal computer paper, yes. These ones though, I don't think they will bleed. I mean, I've used them in my happy planner and stuff, and they seem to work okay. I've used them on computer paper, they seem to work okay, but I still like them. So yeah, and these both cost me about $6.50 for each pack or something to that price. Because I've been really wanting to try the big intensity markers and fine liners because they've been out for quite some time now, but I just refuse to pay the ridiculous price that they were asking for them. So yes, and that's kind of it really with that sort of stuff. I did have a doctor's appointment today. I went and saw my doctor about like my weight and everything like that. So I do have another script for Duramine, and she has upped my dosage to 30 milligrams. And this will be the last month I'm on it because you can only take it for 3 months. So I've already been on it for 2 months. So she thought that the last month I would probably benefit from upping the dosage because my second month of weight loss was a little bit up and down, and she thinks that's because my body was getting used to the dosage I was on, which is one of the reasons why you can't take it for longer than 3 months, because your body gets used to it and then it does nothing. It's not cheap though. It was $123 for 30 days worth of tablets for Duramine, so it's super expensive, more expensive than the 15 milligrams. I have, since the very beginning of my weight loss journey, lost 8.6 kilos. I'll just quickly try and work out what that is in pounds because I know Americans don't use kilos. Let me see. Weight. So that works out to be 18.95 pounds I've lost so far, which I'm pretty happy with. My doctor said that she is happy with the progress of my weight loss. She said it's not healthy for you to lose weight super fast because that's what causes your skin to sag and all that sort of stuff, which I definitely don't want. So she is happy with that, and then once I finish the Duramine, she said there is other things that I can take to help me continue on my journey. But I definitely will say I'm feeling a lot better having lost the 8.6 kilos that I've lost so far. My clothes are definitely getting baggier. There are some things that I can't wear at all now because they are way too big. Like I had a pair of pants that I used to wear all the time because I was so comfy, and I can't wear them. They literally just fall right off. So that's good. Like that's really good. And I've noticed that I have like I'm able to move around a lot better, which is great. I have a little bit more energy, which is great. I mean, I'm not the most energetic person to begin with, but you know, life is easier being a smaller size. And I'm not saying that I don't support plus size people or anything like that. I certainly do. I am plus size, but I don't believe in promoting being plus size. And don't come for me. I'm just saying that yes, you can be plus size and yes, you can be healthy. However, being that size, while you may not have any issues now, doesn't mean you won't have issues, because being that size actually does eventually really take a toll on your body. Because think about it. Like, I'm not going to say how much I weigh just yet because, like, you know, I don't need people being asses about my size. I know how much I weigh. But what I will say is you can clearly see I am a bigger person. And what I will say is I only became a bigger person once my thyroid condition kicked in, which has only been about 11 years. 11 years ago, I was actually 52 kilos, which is, I think, about 115 pounds or something close to that. Let me work it out. Let me see. Yeah, so 52 kilos is 114.64 pounds. And I'm 5'2", so that's like essentially the perfect size for me. I've also got a very small brain structure. So the size I am now, like, is obviously way bigger than 52 kilos. So like when you're my size and bigger, you have to think about it like this. You are essentially carrying two, sometimes if you're a lot bigger than I am, even 3 times, like 3 people sizes of amount of weight. Like, think about it like that. Like, and most people don't think about it. Like, that's not healthy for you because your bone structure and your body, your organs and everything like that are not designed to carry 2 to 3 people's worth of weight on one frame. Like, it's not built for that. It's not. So while you might be healthy now and you might not have any issues, does not mean being a bigger person is healthy. And I'm not criticizing anyone who is bigger. I'm really not. I'm just saying that, like, I don't think we should promote that being big is healthy, because eventually it is not. But I am saying though that just because somebody is a big person does not mean that we should treat them any different to a smaller person. We all should be treated equally. For me, most people assume that I must be so unhealthy because of my size. It's actually not true. My blood pressure, amazing. My cholesterol, perfect. I don't have cholesterol issues, but everyone assumes I does because they're like, you're fat, so you must have bad cholesterol. No, it's perfect. My iron levels, perfect. All my vitamin levels, perfect. The only one that's not is vitamin D, and that's just because my body doesn't naturally absorb it, so I take like vitamin D tablets. And so, like, my only really bad health issue that I have is a thyroid condition, which can be managed. And so all of the other, like, I'm not going to say all of the other health issues I have, but probably about 75% of them will disappear over time, because a lot of my health issues that I have were caused because of my size, and my size was caused because of my thyroid condition, or was caused because of my thyroid condition. So, you know, things will get better. So my doctor was super happy about that. She did also talk to me about getting vaccinated, because I'm not vaccinated. Also, it's really hard to get vaccinated in Australia at the moment anyway. There's not enough vaccines for everyone. She recommended that I go Pfizer, she said if I absolutely have to and like I can't get my hands on Pfizer, try Astra, but she would prefer I didn't. Blood clotting and stuff like that is an issue in my family. It runs through all of the women in my family, and my grandfather as well, who's had triple heart bypass. My sister's had blood clots in the brain. Like, you know, like almost everyone in my family has a blood clot issue. So she said, well, she can't say yes or no that like I would get a blood clot. Obviously I run that risk of a possibility. So Astra is like a last choice type of situation. But to be perfectly honest with you, you couldn't pay me enough money to take Astra. I wouldn't take it, not at all. That vaccine, in my opinion, is not worth it. Not worth that risk, because like, I do have health issues and you don't know how that's going to affect you and I don't want to die from a blood clot caused by frigging vaccine. So I'm not going to get it. No, well, I'm not going to get the Astra. Pfizer, can't get my hands on anyway. There's none available. I can't even get an appointment to get Pfizer if I wanted to. I am personally holding off on the vaccine for a little bit longer. I'm not anti-vax. I'm just anti-stupidity. I just believe that you need to be fully informed before you take anything. And as a society and a world, we are not. So I just feel that a lot of the vaccines still are not safe enough to take, because I know the processes that a vaccine takes to be created and tested and safely released to the public. And that has not happened. So eventually, once I am able to, and once I feel like it is a little bit safer to do so, I will most likely get Pfizer. I know that Australia has just bought a whole bunch of Moderna, but my doctor also said that she personally cannot recommend Moderna. She doesn't know enough to say that it's not a risk, so Moderna for me is out. It's Pfizer all the way. So eventually I will get Pfizer, but I honestly can't get it anyway. My doctor even said, she's like, you know what, the goal is to be vaccinated, which, yep, that's great, but she's like, I can't even give it to you if I wanted to. She's like, because I physically don't have it. She's like we don't have enough, because our Prime Minister's a dipshit and doesn't, you know, think that, oh, maybe you should order enough for everybody in the damn country if that's the goal. But yeah, so that was her thoughts. And I think that like everyone should be doing this. I take my health very seriously, so I'm not just going to be taking a vaccine because someone says I have to. I'm actually going to talk to my doctor first to make sure it's actually safe for me to do so, because like I said, I have health conditions. And what happens if a vaccine and a health condition doesn't act, you know, well together, and it triggers off something serious, which is why I believe that every single person, whether you're healthy or not, should talk to a doctor first to decide what would be best for you, because you may think you're healthy and not realize that you have an underlying health condition. So I think that's what is important, is just to make sure that you know what you're taking, make sure that you know, like work out between you and your doctor which one is the best one to take. So that's kind of how it's going to be, because here in Australia I work in retail, so does my fiance, and they are trying to force all retail staff to have vaccinations, which, I mean, legally they can't do. You can't actually force anybody to take an experimental vaccine until 2023. Just saying. But they're going to make it really hard for us if we don't have it. So, you know, there's that. So, yeah, and I think, so that's what I'm going to do, is, like, my goal will be Pfizer, but just not right now. I just think it needs to be a little bit safer. There needs to be a little bit more knowledge on all of the side effects, because not everybody still knows the side effects. Well, we do know some of them, obviously. It hasn't been out there long enough to know side effects, or even long-term side effects, or any of those things. So, that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. That's totally fine. I respect everyone's opinions. But that's what I'm going to do. So, and I'm not going to say that I'm not concerned about catching COVID. Definitely am. I work in a hotspot. I live close to a hotspot, like 10 minutes away, and I'm in that hotspot like at least 4 days a week. You know, with work and everything like that. So, and I'm close to one of the schools, which is where it all started. I'm less than 5 minutes away from the school that started this cluster that happens in Brisbane. Like, yeah, I'm definitely concerned about catching COVID. I obviously don't want to catch it. So I do, you know, take all the precautions I can. I'm hand hand sanitizing like crazy, but also I'm a germaphobe anyway, so that was like me before COVID. I don't like germs. I also don't like people touching me. Like, ugh, I don't like it. And like I safe distance myself as much as I possibly can, because people are assholes in public and like clearly have zero concept of personal space, but also zero concept of 1.5 meters away, jackass. Because people come right up your ass in the middle of a pandemic. You're like, really? Did your mom drop you on your head? Because clearly you cannot understand that concept of back up. So like, you know, and I wear my mask and all that sort of jazz, and before anyone says anything, I literally don't care what people's opinions are on wearing masks. I wear one. Yes, I'm fully aware that a mask will not stop everything, but it can stop a lot. So, you know. And yeah, so, and like with my job, I sanitize everything like all day long. We are sanitizing like crazy. Unfortunately, there are parts of my job that sometimes I do have to touch a person. So like, you know, in those situations, I do wear gloves when I'm touching another person, because like, again, germaphobe. Also, you know, I'm touching someone. But yeah, so it's just like one of those things. I just think you have to be, you know, just smart about the shit. And don't be going like all over the place and crazy when you're in like situations. Like Queensland now is actually pretty good. We don't have that many cases. I don't remember how many there are now, but we're pretty low. New South Wales, on the other hand, they're in a statewide lockdown now. They're like locked down. My mum lives in New South Wales and she is in isolation. She was in isolation for 2 weeks because my stepdad had to go to a hotspot. So, and then they went into a statewide lockdown anyway. So, you know, I just see idiots all the time doing stupid things, and it's like, really? Don't bitch about getting COVID then and being in a lockdown if you can't just follow the simplest of instructions, people. Oh my god. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I probably will binge watch some stuff online. I was watching Nancy Drew. Nancy Drew's actually really good, you guys. There's also some moments in there that scare the F out of me, because it's not like your like kiddie type Nancy Drew. This is adult Nancy Drew, and there was like parts, because I was watching it by myself, where like a ghost jumps out, and the ghost is like a dead girl that's obviously drowned, and she's like got blood coming out of her eyes, and like her teeth and hair and everything's all gone black, and it's just like creepy as fuck. And you're like, you know, just minding your own business, happily watching, doing whatever you're doing, and then like she jumps out at the screen and you're like, oh my god, scared the F out of me, you guys. But it's super good though. I actually really like it. So I might continue watching that. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. But I'm liking binge watching things, so that's probably what I'll do. And yeah, that's really it, you guys. I'm not really sure. No, I don't think I've done anything else. No, I really haven't. Haven't done anything else at all. I'm gonna try maybe possibly go to IKEA tomorrow, because I need to grab some stuff from IKEA. I possibly might even look at a fridge and a washing machine tomorrow, because we need a new fridge and a new washing machine, and holy shit, they're expensive, guys. Why are fridges and washing machines so damn expensive? Like, really? So we're gonna look at that probably tomorrow as well. We are trying to like get those things, but like the fridge that we're looking at is on sale for just over $1,000, which, like, it's a fridge. Why is a fridge over $1,000? but if we didn't buy it on sale, it'd be closer to, I think, $1,500. And then the washing machine that we were looking at on sale is just over $1,000, and if it wasn't on sale, it'd be like $1,800. Why is a washing machine $1,800, guys? And this is not even anything like super fancy or anything like that, or anything crazy. It's just like it's a washing machine, like. But seriously though, why, as a society, have we made everything so expensive? Like, it's just that type of, you know, dealio. And of course, like, things always break in multiples, and it's always the most expensive things to replace as well in a house that you need to. Like, our fridge and our washing machine are still working, but the washing machine isn't working the greatest anymore, and it's also small. It's a 6.5 kilo washing machine, which, so it doesn't do too great when you put like the doonas and the bed like stuff in, because we have a queen, we used to have a king, which was even harder. So we need a bigger washing machine. I think we're going to either go an 8 or a 9 kilo, so we can fit all our bedding in there. And then our fridge, we want to get, we have, like, the fridge we have now is like freezer at the top, fridge down the bottom. Hate that layout, hate it. So we are going to go with a fridge that has the fridge at the top and the freezer down the bottom, because we have a deep freezer. So the freezer that's a part of the fridge we just use for like ice and, you know, just small random stuff. So I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow, and I do need to get a chest of drawers for the bedroom, so that's why we're going to IKEA to have a look at that. We're not going to get the drawers tomorrow, but we're just kind of, you know, feeling out some ideas and things like that. And yeah, I think that's really it. So anyway guys, I'm going to leave you to it. I'm going to binge some TV shows. I'm going to knit on my duck, and eventually I'm going to read some more of House of Hollow, because that book was getting interesting, just saying. So yeah, sorry about the train if you can hear that, it's super loud. They come every 15 minutes. Well, actually, a little bit more frequently. Like, there's 2 trains that go this direction, 2 trains that go this direction, so it's every 15 minutes for each one of those trains. So it's more like every 7 minutes. There, it's like, yeah, a little bit less later in the night, but it's a pain in the butt. They're there all the time, and I've noticed, like, the longer I live in this house, the more I can hear it, because this house is technically supposed to be mostly soundproof. And when we first moved in, I couldn't hear most of that, but now I can hear a lot of what's outside. So I don't know if it's just that I'm used to it or what, I don't know. But yeah, so that's it, you guys. And oh, that's right, that's what I was going to say. I'm behind in uploading my videos because I have been trying to upload part 1 of my lockdown vlog, and it is taking me, and I'm not joking here, 4.5 days to upload that damn video, because our internet is just shit. Telstra, get your shit together. Seriously, I tested our internet speed, and our internet speed was just under 17 megabytes per second download, and less than 1 megabyte upload. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. It was 0.87 megabytes per second upload speed. So it's taken me 4.5 days to upload a freaking vlog. Seriously, I was getting so mad, so mad, but it's up there now. I just need to make it live. It's in private mode at the moment because I just need to add in all like the details, but it's taken 4.5 days for it to get to that point, you guys. Oh my god, like, just infuriating. That's why it always makes me laugh when I hear Americans say, oh my god, it took 30 minutes to upload my vlog. 30 minutes is a cakewalk. 4.5 days. Try that. Seriously, our internet sucks. And I live like 20 meters, like, I'm not joking, 20 meters from the phone exchange and the big giant tower that supplies our internet. So I should, in theory, have the best internet connection of life. No. That's not how internet works in Australia. And also people are like, oh, but if you live in like a city, like a big city, then your internet should be amazing. I live in Brisbane. Brisbane's the capital of Queensland, and I'm literally 10 minutes from the CBD. Living in a city don't mean shit. It don't. It definitely doesn't. I have, like, my mum, who lives in like literally the country, has better internet than I do. I mean, hers is still not great, but it's better than mine. So, like, you would think it'd be the other way around, but no. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. My desk is a mess. I've got so much shit on my desk I need to put away. I've got too many pens. Need to sort that mess out. I'm gonna organize this desk sometime, hopefully maybe this week, possibly, and also my bookcases because they need doing. But this desk is a mess, y'all. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I can hear Nate working out downstairs. I think he's nearly finished. It's like, yeah, I think he's nearly finished. So I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna just chill tonight, you guys, because I am on holiday, so I don't have to do anything. That's the best feeling in the world. So anyway, guys, chat to you later. I will update you tomorrow.